Welcome back to the channel. We appreciate your time. Last week, Tesla held their battery day, and on this day, we had a planned disruption of power at one of our rental properties. Previous other power company experiences and the goings-on of this day have left us longing for a competitor to enter the market and disrupt the industry. That disruption may occur sooner than you think with Tesla's Powerwall. Follow along as the day unfolds and learn how Tesla may impact our future power options. As always, if you gain value and enjoy the presentation, please like the video and subscribe to our emerging channel. We'd love to have you. So recently, Duke Energy came out and replaced all of the meter there that you see there with smart meters. And in doing so, they pushed back into the meter box there and kind of loosened up the old housing for the meters where they interact to supply the power to the building. So one of them has kind of gotten loose. So therefore, we're going to have to replace this entire breaker panel outside. And we got that going on today. Palmer Electric from Orlando coming out to fix that. That's a pretty sizable project that we got going on. Gonna have the folks without power for about 5 hours probably while we get this taken care of. But we're having that switched out today. Power company's coming along, and therefore that'll be all new and ready to go. We're off to a good start this morning. Palmer Electric is here, and the utility company has arrived on time, so we're ready to go. Palmer Electric has brought a brand new Square D exterior breaker box for installation, which meets all the modern regulatory criteria. This box has a slightly different configuration than the old panel. The old panel has exhausted its economic life, particularly with respect to the receptacles, and was due for replacement. So we begin the removal of this box from the side of the improvement. In short order, Palmer Electric successfully completed the installation, and we have a brand new efficient breaker box panel on the side of the improvement. These guys did a fantastic job of coordinating and implementing this entire effort. The county inspector promptly arrived, and after a thorough inspection, signed off on the workmanship. So we're all completed here. We've got the electrical panel completely replaced. Everything's in great shape. We're ready to go. Currently, we're waiting on Duke Energy, who's got to deal with that, which is getting the electric hooked back up to the main line. So they're supposed to be coming out, after we got done here. We're about 2 hours after completion, and we're just kind of on hold, and everybody's sweating. Well, we're over about 4 hours now since the electric companies completed their work. We're waiting on Duke Energy. Their customer service sucks. They're like any other electrical company. They just suck at customer service. You're stuck with them. You can't go to a competitor, so you just have to deal with it. And then, the wind shifts east, southeast, and your power goes out. And they'll get to it at some particular point in time. But you know what? This whole episode happened on battery day. So that might be coming to an end in terms of depending upon these morons. "7:15, and look who has finally arrived." The Duke Energy linemen that arrived to do the job were stellar, but a scorching 5-hour wait left me wondering, as I watched the Goodyear blimp fly by, how soon will Tesla's Powerball be a viable option? Tesla has a complete solar system already in place and gaining market share. Earlier this summer, initial Tesla investor Chamath Palihapitiya of Social Capital joined CNBC's Squawk Box to discuss the upcoming disruption of the power market by Tesla's innovation.
What the bulls will get right and what the bears will ignore from here is that this is no longer about cars. That's the first wave of growth. And I think people are pricing in an evisceration of traditional autos and an enormous shift to EVs, of which Tesla will get the disproportionate share. So now what is the bet? If you ask me as an investor who loves that company, it was in page 4 or 5 of their quarterly earnings release where they talk about the energy business. And they said a couple of interesting things. The first is that it was profitable. And the second is that they're also producing software now that allows effectively anybody to become a distributed utility. Now, think of that for a second. You are talking about one of the most predictable, reasonable businesses that have raised hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars of debt. And what Tesla is going to do with their battery packs and their software is all of a sudden allow each of us to be in the energy business as well. Again, people will get angry, they will not understand, they will try to push back, and they will be wrong. And what's going to happen is that this stock is now going to represent the totality around decarbonization and sustainability. So it was really great to own this thing around cars for the first 4 years. I did it. I made a lot of money. But now I underwrite this company as a bet towards decarbonization, towards deregulated energy, and towards the ability for all of us to become our little micro utilities.
Seemingly within about 5 years, Tesla's Powerwall solar system, with an expanding battery life, will gain scale and become increasingly more cheaper and more efficient than the current model of dealing with an expensive and inefficient power company. The solar will be capable of encompassing all power within your house, immersing in future artificial intelligence advancement, allowing most consumers the ability to simply cut the cord from their power company. Sign me up.